Scavenging Ooze is a color center green for a 2/2 that says green, exile a card from a graveyard. If it was a creature card, you gain a life and you get a +1/+1 counter. It was originally printed in the Commander decks, and it's soon going to be entering into Standard and Modern through the reprint in M14.
When it was first released, all the Maverick decks wanted at least one. There were so many graveyard-based interactive decks, such as Dredge, or Life from the Loam, Reanimator, all these crazy decks that use their graveyard as a resource. And having access to a really powerful creature that could grow to an enormous size allowed these Green Sun Zenith decks to have a very potent weapon at just 2 mana. Eventually, they started even playing more than that, like 2 and 3. It was the way to win the Night of the Reliquary Mirror match. It was the way to beat Tarmogoyf. And the incremental life points that you gain from exiling creatures, on top of it just being able to exile any card in general, just made it huge.
I think Scavenging Ooze will affect Modern in a big way. Right now, Tarmogoyf is like one of the best creatures in the format, and just like I mentioned, I think Ooze is basically a very good way to beat Tarmogoyf in battles. And if there's like some very graveyard reliant deck like Living End, Ooze clearly just beats up on it by like exiling all of their guys.
I think that Scavenging Ooze is going to affect Standard a lot, over the next few months, specifically because Unbearer Rites is one of the most particularly powerful effects in Standard.
And also Jund in Standard, where you're having a ton of removal spells wiping the board as much as you can. You can eat their graveyard, gain back any life last your list, and you're getting like a 5/5 or a 6/6 out of the deal, which is a pretty good one.
It's not one of those cards that's very overpowering, and before this, it was a $30 card as well because it was only printed in Commander. So I think having access to it in Standard and Modern as like sort of a reasonable card and reducing the price of it is a very good thing for Scavenging Ooze.